Hi, I'm Jim, and welcome to episode 3 of Okapi and AI, Marketing and Business Made Simple. So in this episode, I just wanted to share with you 3 or 4 examples of how you can use Claude to help you in your business. And keeping it quite simple, but hopefully these might spark some ideas in your head to get you going. So for one, email and calendar access. You can give Claude access to your Gmail and your Google Calendar, and therefore get it to create a dashboard every morning of what's important and what's upcoming. So I have what's known as an artifact set up that does this at 8 o'clock in the morning and 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And I have a live dashboard that breaks down my emails into order of urgency with regard to how quickly I need to get back. And it even comes up with one that says, this is going to cost you money if you don't answer. So I know exactly what emails I need to respond to and in what order. And it'll also go and check my calendar and see if there's a corresponding meeting. And what's really important for that is I'm slightly disorganized. So I can actually ask it, can you check my emails as well and see if I've agreed to a meeting but isn't in my calendar yet? And that's absolutely genius for someone like me. It's like having a personal assistant who can just keep tabs on what's going on. So building a dashboard for that is fantastic. Another example is Google Analytics and Google Search Console. You may be aware of these names or you may not, but if you have a website, you should really want to understand what the website traffic is, where it's coming from, how many people are visiting, and what they're doing on the website. And more importantly, how many of them convert into leads. So if you know you've got Google Analytics, you may not understand how to work the platform, but if you connect it with Claude, you can actually have a really good conversation with it. So the way I do it is fairly manual, is I select the date range. So I might do the last 30 days and compare it to the previous 30 days. And then I'll export a CSV. I can then put that CSV into Claude and start having a conversation about the data. What's really nice about this, you can then connect it to something called Google Search Console, which is how Google tells you how you're ranking for various search terms on its own search platform. So again, you can select the date range and download the CSV and upload that into Claude. And this is really powerful data because it's not invented. It's actually probably 90% fact. Okay, Google Analytics and Search Console are not 100%, what you need, but it's enough information to make good decisions. Now, if you've had your website built or connected with Claude, it means you can actually put all 3 things together. So your analytics, your ranking, and your website, and get Claude to have a look at the website and then maybe have a look at competitors and see how well you're doing, how well they're doing, and where the gaps are and how you can fill those gaps. And there's one more tool which is really useful called DataForSEO, and that kind of gives you pretty good ranking data. So you can have a good, forward-thinking marketing plan, understanding your competitors' ranking, understand your ranking, where your content's weak, where you need to make more, where you might need some press coverage, are you missing Google reviews and stuff like that. So that's a really important one if you're anything to do with the digital marketing in your business. Now, a final one is a company came to me and they have 30 members of staff who at the end of the week get a bit of paper and they draw a column on the bit of paper and they write, I've done 2 hours for John Smith, and then I've done 3 hours for so-and-so. And so you've got a sheet of paper that may be slightly wrinkled, and then an admin has to go and type that into a spreadsheet, which is then uploaded to an HR system. Now, this company, they had started to try and build this themselves using, I think it was Lovable or Replit, but stumbled along the way. So I got introduced and we created a fairly simple web app that gives every member of staff a private login. It allows them to enter the work they've done, the time they've done, who it's for, and even add in things like mileage, if they've taken half a day off holiday, or if they're off sick, and then it pops up a form to tell them, that they have to fill in. So it has saved approximately 6 hours of administration every week for that company, and is a massive win. So those are 3 really good examples. And I hope maybe they spark something in your mind, but I can break that down, and maybe in the next video, I'll show you how to do that SEO one and actually show you how to set it up with Claude. So you can understand more about your website and how to get it performing better. So I hope that's of use. If you've got any questions, do ask in the comments or email me at jim@okapiandco.co.uk. Please subscribe and follow because the more subscribers I get, the more videos I'll make. And I hope it's of use, and thank you very much.